As a radical form of globalization refers to the imperialistic goals, desires, and needs of multinational corporations or even entire nations to enter diverse markets worldwide so that their supremacy, impact, and profits can grow. I will be discussing this statement with regards to the idea of Disneyfication. Key theories of globalization that I will be exploring is Corin's theory that globalization is a universal phenomenon that is transforming the entire world. This simple but effective definition identifies an interdependence between nations that will help in the exploration of Disneyfication. In relation to the spread of American culture across the world, Matos's theory around the mass media is important in regards to Disneyfication. She highlights that the mass media have assisted in reinforcing American culture supremacy throughout the world due to the dominance of Hollywood films and the export of US television series. Essentially, Matos clarifies how large multinational corporations such as Disney reinforce Western culture through their effort to enter diverse markets and to grow their profits and impact. The premise of Disneyfication, told by Matsui and Palermo, is that it seeks to impose its global US blueprint on local cultures worldwide. Walt Disney's media empire is divided through the many companies that they own, ABC, ESPN, Fox, to name a few, as well as the many different sectors that Disney has its hands in, from streaming services like Disney Plus to hotels, cruise ships, and radio. Their large scope of influence makes Disney hyper-invasive to local cultures. Whilst Disney is renowned for its media empire, Garrow suggests that it is also a cultural institution that fiercely struggles to protect its mythical status as a purveyor of American innocence and moral virtue. It is apparent that Disney's image is fiercely protected by their legal team. As a brand that prides itself for being child-friendly, Disney tends to avoid controversy. Keeping a pure image in the eyes of parents and children allows Disney to spread its influence worldwide with ease. Disneyland will feature as a key case study in the exploration of Disneyfication as a radical form of globalization. It is an example of the way Disney has tried to force its US products onto local cultures. While the parks are considered a large tourist attraction, it doesn't come without difficulties. Matsui recalls how Disney has to show adaptation to local preferences in order to generate maximal profits and remain competitive. It is noted that an integral part of the globalization of a company is the societal and cultural issues to international business planning. Mulan will be the other case study in the exploration of Disneyfication. The story of Mulan is ingrained in Chinese culture, but Disney has made her an international classic. The question is, how Chinese is Disney's Mulan? I'll be exploring the American influence of a film about Chinese culture. This topic is important to explore because it helps us, the ordinary public, to recognize the effects of globalization with such large companies as Disney. It gives awareness of the influence of these big companies and how they have influenced the way we think, including our values and interests. Disney is a big part of childhood for most children, so how do they form our opinions from an early age, and how do they impact the way that we behave? Using Mulan as a case study in the discussion of Disneyfication as a radical form of globalization helps in the exploration of the global south. China is involved in the politics that surrounds the release of the remake of Mulan, as well as the original. Disney, with its Western values, is thought to have enforced its impact on their films. This includes Mulan.